Did Ken Roczen single-handedly save Suzuki? Hey everybody, Walty Wanders. Buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating, and no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Buckle up, strap in. Hold on to your hats and glasses as we blow the lid off another red, scorching hot moto topic. Kenny Roczen kickstart. Kenny pulls the impossible. The most feel-good story of the season. He had been written off by yours truly. I said this was the dumbest thing anybody's ever done. And it's kind of cool. I was watching some of the post-race press interviews of our boy Kenny and others, but primarily Kenny Boy. And, it was really cool because he said, listen, man, this has been a really tough time for me mentally. I mean, I've been really going through it. And of course he did, because he got called out for the move he made. It looked like it was just career suicide, really. And he said, he said something I found myself, I say a lot on the show. Now I understand, he said. Don't let your highs get too high or your lows get too low. And that's something I say a lot around here on both my YouTube channels. Don't let our highs get too high or our lows get too low. Try to stay somewhere in the middle. But that's easier said than done. We've all had highs and lows, and we can understand that. So it's really easy to be the man, and it's like when you post videos and they go viral, you're like, that is awesome. Well, that's letting our highs get too high. Then you post a video and it tanks and you're all bummed out. You're like, I quit. This YouTube sucks. Like, I understand it. So it's always our job to stay somewhere in the middle. So I appreciated when I heard him said that. But the realities are, friends, he single-handedly saved Suzuki. Suzuki had this is a manufacturer, Suzuki, and they had been relinquished to basically a satellite team. Like, I would rather be on a Moto Concepts Honda than that factory Suzuki before Kenny came along. Now, they've thrown like he said we've thrown the kitchen sink at this thing to try to get it to work. Well, I think the saying actually is we've thrown everything but the kitchen sink at this thing to get it to work. And Moto Concepts, I've been hard on them too, but those guys are a top-notch team. The bike's amazing. Like, if you're going to ride any satellite bike, Moto Concepts put together a killer one. Now, they've been a little quiet this year, and Firepower Honda with Anstie have been making a little noise, but I think had Freeze been out there on his Firepower or on his Moto Concepts Honda, he would probably be lighting it up again like he did before too. So we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure we'll see those guys surface again at some point because they have a high-level team of people who've been around the sport for a very long time. I just saw a report that Seeley now is going to do something again. I don't know what his plans are. It's not a polarizing story for me at this point. But if it starts grabbing any of my attention, we'll be taking a look at that one too and trying our best not to sugarcoat it and give it to people and give it to them straight. But the realities are, I believe, and what do you guys think? Leave it in the description below. Did Kenny Boy Roczen single-handedly save Suzuki? I believe so, because like I said before, when you look at satellite teams that have been able to put better people on their team, outside of Kenny, the Chiz is not a factory target rider anymore. And unfortunately, either is McElrath. McElrath needs to go back to the 250s. I think he's pointed out he can't. And I don't know if you can blame the bike. I don't know if you can. But the realities are, this was huge for Kenny, of course. This was huge for Suzuki, and it was huge for the team that's housing the brand right now, because they still don't have a factory effort. There's no factory Suzuki out there. It is the best resources Suzuki has thrown at a satellite team. That is basically what we're seeing out there. Now, Kenny, in the offseason in World Supercross, took that Firepower Honda and was able to be competitive on it. So Suzuki has certainly been able to achieve that as well. And it does come down to this. Kenny it was a little luck involved in the Indy. He got a start because if he was on a normal track that doesn't break down and didn't get a start in front of Chase, Cooper, Webb, and Eli Tomac, if those dudes had gotten I don't think Kenny passes them, chases him down, passes them, and puts them behind him. He had a little luck. Chase went down. Eli had a horrible race. And Cooper Webb just was unable to navigate the track. Now, Kenny was the better rider than Cooper Webb at Indy. I'll give him that. And he was a better rider than Barcia. Barcia, though, had his number. He had his hooks in Kenny. But Kenny did not buckle under the pressure. So now we got to ask ourselves one thing, and this is a big one, my friends. Buckle up and strap in. Hold on to your hats and glasses. Can he do it again? This might be his only win. And listen, we've all seen, that was a big moment. Even the riders that don't necessarily like him or they don't like each other appreciated what they knew. The magnitude of what he just pulled off was huge. The naysayers, the fact that it's hard to win on the best equipment, to come out there and do it on the kickstart bike was huge. And because of the adversity that Kenny's been through with his big arm injury and just having a lot of laundry list of problems, being able to stay at that highest level. We've seen some inconsistency. So to be able to come and do what he did, we cannot minimize that. But like I said, he got he got one win last year on the HRC factory equipment, elite equipment Honda. He got one win. A1, the opener. It's been over a year. He's done it again. He had a little luck. I mean, you can't discount the fact he pulled the whole shot, kept people behind him. He earned that win. There's a little luck in the sense that Eli had a horrible race and Chase went down. Had they been on a track that didn't break down and those guys got up front with Kenny, even if they were Kenny up front, Eli or Chase second and third, and Cooper Webb fourth on a normal track, it would have been a lot harder, I believe. That track reached out and took some people out of the equation, but you can't minimize that. They all raced the same track. Kenny had to deal with that. It now becomes, can he or even will he do it again? I think the answer is absolutely 100% without a shadow of a doubt. He can do it again. He absolutely, if the planets align and Kenny gets a start on the right track, and he definitely can do it. I mean, he just did it, so he can absolutely want to. But Willie, what's the percentage of likelihood that he gets that same exact situation again and is able to do it? If I was a betting man, leave it in the comments below because I really want to know what you guys think too. If I was a betting man, I would say that was probably the only win we'll see out of Kenny for the season. I think there's a good chance he could find the podium. I don't know if he'll win again, but it's almost a coin toss at this point. I really want to see how he backs this up. And the next race, Detroit, I want to see how he answers back. Even if he doesn't, even if he goes back to putting in top 5, even top 10, top 10s would be disastrous. But I think if he stays around the top 5, this win will remain huge. His year will remain huge. Suzuki's chances of being able to somehow get out of the gutter where they were before Kenny came along, it will all be huge. I don't know, though, if Kenny Boy finds another win this year. It's going to be pretty amazing. And if he does find the win this weekend, next weekend, any weekend this season, I don't know if the other riders are racing over to congratulate him like they did in Indy. What he did in Indy, nobody expected it, saw it coming. He had been written off. Even him himself said, I struggled mentally. I went through a lot of mental anguish this year. He put his feet to the fire. I am personally cheering for him, though, and I know many are. He earned a lot of new fans being able to do what he did and seeing how he garnished the respect from other riders that normally wouldn't give him the time of day or they just weren't fans of each other. That said a lot about what he did out there. And listen, man, these are modern day gladiators. That's why I hate the industry watering and sugaring the industry down with donuts selling and just fluff. These are modern day gladiators in a very extreme sport. I know they want to make it family friendly and sell mini bikes and electric bikes and donuts. I get it. It's all some big marketing machine. But this is one sport. It's not mainstream. It's extreme action sports. And we have to keep that element alive. And that's why you saw all those riders come congratulate Kenny, because they know they're risking their life out there. This is gladiator games. And final thoughts I come to as a friend, as a moto guy. Somebody wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understanding the waters we're swimming in now. Shark infested. This one's going to get good. We're going to blow the lid off it every step of the way because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to contact us there. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you're going to love the next video on your screen. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars today. We'll see you on the next video.